Level 1. The Initiate. It starts with the knife at your throat. You're in a back room of a warehouse, fluorescent light buzzing above, the air thick with cigarette smoke. 3 men circle you. Their eyes don't blink. One presses a blade against your collarbone. "You want in?" one asks. You nod. You don't ask questions. You already know the answer. The rules are simple. Obey, deliver, don't speak unless spoken to. Respect comes in gestures, nods, small tasks. Money is earned in small, dirty increments. You clear your first shipment of stolen electronics, $20,000 in cash. None of it touches your name. You learn that loyalty is more than obedience. It's silence. Betrayal isn't a choice. It's survival. By the end of the week, you've delivered 3 more crates, cleaned up a fight in the alley, and memorized names you will never forget. Fear becomes familiar, and pain a tool you carry like a badge. Level 2. The Foot Soldier. You hold a gun for the first time in a robbery that doesn't go exactly as planned. Your job is simple. Watch, drive, follow. 6 men, 30 minutes, 2 armored vans. You clear $40,000 without incident, but 1 man gets cut. Not you. You keep your hands clean. You realize respect isn't granted for courage. It's granted for efficiency. Do your job perfectly and people notice. Fail, and someone else replaces you by sunrise. You start learning the hierarchy. Sergey answers to Ivan. Ivan answers to the boss. Names are weapons. Mistakes are currency. You start watching eyes, movements, knowing that every gesture can tell you who is loyal, who is expendable, who is pretending. By the time the month ends, you know that loyalty is negotiable, but survival isn't. Pain has become distant. Fear is quiet. Level 3. The Enforcer. A man owes the Bratva 20,000 euros. He refuses to pay. You arrive at his apartment, gun tucked into your coat. 2 men follow behind. You don't ask if he's armed. That question died last week. You break the rules of morality with precision. A warning shot in the wall, a fist across his face. Blood runs down the white plaster like an instruction. Pay, or next time it's permanent. You start earning a reputation. New recruits step aside when they see you walk by. Money flows differently now. Small bundles of cash, information about rival crews, tips on unprotected shipments. You understand that fear can be controlled like any other resource. You manipulate it, ration it, distribute it to maximize leverage. By the time the month ends, your hands are not just instruments, they are statements. Level 4. The Operator. You no longer follow orders blindly. A shipment arrives late. One of your men complains. You call the boss, explain the delay, and propose a solution that saves 30,000 euros and 3 loyal lives. The boss nods. The nod itself is power. You know you've stepped into a new realm. You start coordinating crews, routing contraband across Moscow, St. Petersburg, even beyond the borders. You memorize every checkpoint, every corrupt officer's shift, every market's pulse. Your moral compass erodes further. Decisions are no longer about right or wrong. They're about efficiency and risk. You move medicine one day, vodka the next, weapons when necessary. The system doesn't care. You don't either. You watch men make mistakes and vanish. You think of their faces less and less. Respect is no longer about fear. It's about results. You are now the one who allocates both. Level 5. The Lieutenant. The boss trusts you with debts, extortion, and territory. You command 30 men across 2 districts. One of your lieutenants betrays you. A rival gang took a cut you weren't expecting. You don't hesitate. You visit him at his apartment. 2 bullets in a chamber, 1 in the wall, 1 in the ceiling. He sweats, begging. You wait. He swallows pride and delivers everything owed. You understand the real currency of power, information and leverage. Cash flows, yes, but secrets flow faster, sharper, and deadlier. You begin to build networks beyond immediate orders. Couriers, fixers, corrupt police all report to you in quiet channels. The Bratva is no longer just an employer, it's a machine. You are a cog, but one that spins the wheels for others. Sleep comes less often. Loyalty is tested nightly. Fear has a new face, your own reflection in the mirror. Level 7. The Commander. You now are the authority, not the messenger. 2 rival crews clash over territory. You intervene. 1 man dies, 10 more bleed. By sunrise, you have consolidated power, taken debts, and recruited new men from the remnants. The boss calls you the stabilizer. You negotiate with politicians, bribe prosecutors, and control checkpoints. Every decision ripples through hundreds of lives. 1 mistake, 1 exposed shipment, and 30 men vanish overnight. You begin to feel the isolation. No one truly knows your mind. You trust no one. Loyalty is now a currency you issue sparingly. You are always calculating, always predicting. The Bratva doesn't just own territory, it owns your identity. You realize that your life has been rewritten in hierarchies, in codes, in violence. Your humanity is a ledger, balanced and reconciled. Level 7. The Kingpin. You move shipments worth millions. Entire networks bend to your will. A shipment of weapons, €1,000,000 in cash, a crate of luxury cars. Everything passes under your watch. You rarely leave the office. Men meet you in silence. They whisper your name. You feel invincible. But power is a lonely companion. Allies are cautious. Rivals are patient. Every word you speak is a strategy. Every silence a threat. You begin to see your own reflection only in shadows, in reports, in numbers. Friends vanish, enemies vanish. The world shrinks to corridors, warehouses, checkpoints. You make decisions that could start wars, and yet the worst loneliness isn't feared, it's inevitable. Power isolates. Even the men who owe you loyalty fear you more than anyone else. Level 8. The Ghost. You are untouchable, mythic, invisible, and omnipresent. No one sees you, yet everyone feels your influence. You command networks across countries. Trucks, ships, couriers, satellites of human movement all obey unspoken rules you set. You no longer fear death. You fear stagnation, betrayal, being forgotten. You meet no one. You negotiate through emissaries. Every handshake is a message, every phone call a weapon. You remember Level 1, the knife at your throat, the fumbling hands, the fear that burned like fire. That fear is an echo in a world you shaped. Your reflection is in stories whispered by those who still survive. You are alone, but you are everything. You built the system. You sustain it. You are the axis upon which dozens of lives turn. Somewhere, a young man waits outside a warehouse. He thinks he understands the game. He doesn't.